with the announcement of a 3-week-long break for the series. One Piece Chapter 1111 was certainly a very anticipated chapter for the fans, given that what is to follow is going to be an excruciatingly long wait for the fans to see the conclusion of the Egghead Island arc. This story arc has proven itself to be nothing short of fantastic, and quite easily one of the most intense ones that the fans have witnessed in the entire series. With Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates fighting against the strongest power of the world government, it was expected for this battle to be as exciting as it has proven to be. This week, finally, fans got to see more of the 5 elders in action, and at the same time, the Straw Hats' preparations for the escape plan from Egghead Island. Luchi's incredible perseverance. One Piece Chapter 1111 opened on quite an interesting note, as fans got to see the conclusion of the fight between Zoro and Luchi. This was a battle that fans expected to conclude in this chapter, and it certainly did, however, not in the way that they expected. After Zoro launched a powerful attack on Luchi in the previous chapter, most fans expected the CP0 agent to be done. However, that certainly was not the case. Luchi pulled through and still remained standing. While Jinbei told Zoro that the fight was over, the swordsman himself believed that the battle was not over yet, since Luchi was still standing. This was quite incredible for the fans to see, as it highlighted the fact that the Straw Hat swordsman was not as strong as fans would have expected, and at the same time, that Luchi was someone worthy of a lot of praise. Luchi still remained standing after taking Zoro's attack and wanted to continue fighting. However, Jinbei, at this point, wanted to get off this island just as Sanji instructed, took it upon himself to launch a powerful attack at him and blow him away. What was even more surprising was the fact that even after taking another hit from Jinbei, Luchi still remained standing, although he lost his leopard form, which goes to show that he is stronger than fans give him credit for. More importantly, this is where Luchi exited the battle and Marcus Mars entered the fight. This was highlighted by the fact that Luchi gave all the necessary information to Marcus Mars, and now it is up to the Elder to take care of everything on the Lava phase. First things first, he wants to get rid of the room where Vegapunk's message is coming from, and of course, secondly, he would ideally want to take care of all the people in the Lava phase. Luffy and the Giants versus the Elders. One Piece Chapter 1111 also gave fans a proper look at Luffy versus the Elders. In this week's chapter, more focus was thrown on Saint Topman Mercury, who combined his skills with Saint Saturn and showcased an incredible array of abilities. Saint Mercury was not seen in battle at all last week. This week, Oda focused on him much more, and he started things off with his powerful Conqueror's Haki Roar. This was in retaliation to the Horn of the Giants, which signaled their retreat from Egghead Island. Topman Mercury certainly showcased incredible Haki, and it was essentially confirmed that all the Elders are users of Conqueror's Haki at the highest level. Mercury's Haki was even able to blow Luffy away, and the effects of the Haki were far-reaching as the Marines on the nearby ships fainted as well. That said, in actual battle, the Giants were able to hold him off, with Luffy utilizing the incredible power of his Gear 5 to hit back at all 3 Elders, and dealing deadly damage to them. Of course, as was the case previously, the damage turned out to be worthless, largely because the Elders appear to be immortal. Once again, in One Piece Chapter 1111, Oda highlighted the fact that the 5 Elders simply can't die no matter how much damage they take. While it is true that they are some of the most resilient beings in the One Piece world, what makes them truly special is their immortality. That, when coupled with their overpowered Haki and incredible yokai abilities, makes them some of the strongest individuals to have ever lived in the One Piece world. They are truly monstrously powerful individuals that fans will surely see more of later down the line. The escape from Egghead begins. Most importantly, One Piece Chapter 1111 marked the beginning of the escape from Egghead Island. On the Lava phase, Zoro and Jinbei almost made their way to the Thousand Sunny, where everyone else is already waiting. As soon as they get on the ship, they will most definitely begin their escape from the island. At the same time, on the Fabria phase, the goal is to meet on the Giant's pirate ship. Luffy, Dory, and Broggy are currently making their way towards the ship as they have already started their retreat. Meanwhile, Sanji and Vegapunk are midway to the ship, while the group of Frankie and Bonnie are almost there. Of course, getting on the ship won't be as easy, since the Vice Admirals are guarding it. That said, this should not be too difficult for the Straw Hat Pirates to handle. This is especially true because towards the end of the chapter, the Iron Giant finally started moving, apologizing to Joy Boy. The reason for the apology isn't known just yet, however. What fans know for sure is that the Iron Giant is going to aid the escape of the Straw Hat Pirates from Egghead Island. With such a monstrously powerful individual, holding back the elders should now become possible, and a way for the Straw Hat Pirates to escape should open up as well. Sadly, all that will have to wait is One Piece will be on an extended break. Oda is taking a break to see to his health, and, at the same time, plan things out in his manga properly. This comes on the back of Toriyama's death, and serves as a reminder to everyone that the mangaka, who work incredibly hard to provide these beautiful stories to the fans, also need adequate rest, which they hardly ever get. This break should do the series good, and when it returns, fans can rest assured that everything will move at a blistering speed once again. With the conclusion of the Egghead Island arc now fastly approaching, exciting events in the world of One Piece will be taking place as One Piece edges closer to its eventual conclusion, and fans will once again see characters such as Shanks, among others, take up an important role in the upcoming arcs, especially Elbaf. And in other news, One Piece, Luffy's imagination powers, explained. Monkey D. Luffy is the protagonist of One Piece, and certainly the most influential character in the entire series. Luffy has grown tremendously over the years, and it is safe to say that right now, he's among the strongest in the New World, and one step closer to the One Piece. In fact, Luffy might just be the man closest to the One Piece at this point in time, and much of that is down to the fact that he has awakened incredible powers as of late. Luffy has mastered all 3 advanced forms of Haki, and at the same time, he has also managed to awaken his Devil Fruit. The latter is especially at the core of his strength, and awakening has allowed him to tap into the power of Gear 5. Fans knew Gear 5 to be a very dangerous transformation. However, it is much more than that. Not only can Luffy gain a tremendous physical boost while using Gear 5, but he also gains the power to turn things that he can imagine into reality. What is Luffy's HoHoNoi Mi model? Nika power. The HoHoNoi Mi model, Nika, is one of the strongest devil fruits in One Piece. This is the same devil fruit that was once known as the Gomu no Mi. This devil fruit is actually a mythical zoan. However, the world government reclassified it as a paramecia devil fruit, and at the same time, they also changed its name to Gomu no Mi. This was due to the fact that they wanted its name to be hidden, as well as its powers. As long as nobody awakened this devil fruit, there was nothing to be afraid of, as the true power of this devil fruit lay in its awakening. Luffy consumed this devil suit at a very young age, and ever since then, he managed to make this power his very own. It was a very average-looking devil fruit on the surface. When Luffy ate it first, all he got was the power of rubber. This ability looked quite underwhelming at first, however. It was Luffy's creative and inventive mind that made this ability as special as it was. Luffy pushed his mind beyond all limitations and ended up creating special powers such as Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, and of course, Gear 4. These powers were truly special, however. It wasn't until Gear 5 that the true potential of this devil fruit awakened. In the Wano Country arc, Luffy, in the fight against Kaido, managed to finally tap into the true power of his devil fruit. Once he did that, the Nika fruit finally awakened, and fans found out the true power of this devil fruit. It was made quite clear that Luffy had gained a stronger body with awakening. More importantly, he gained the ability to fight with freedom. This devil fruit is innately tied to freedom. Essentially, once awakened, the user can fight with incredible freedom and creativity, limited by absolutely nothing. Along with a stronger body, Luffy could spread laughter and joy to wherever he went. He became the warrior of liberation, and that is exactly what Luffy is at the moment. Luffy can be truly free in this form, and freedom, to him, means doing even the most ridiculous that he can imagine. The only limitation this power has is his imagination, and that is what makes it truly special. Luffy's imagination and limitations. The HoHoNoi Mi model, Nika, has turned Luffy into an extremely powerful fighter. Not only has it given him a physical buff that is absolutely incredible, but it has has also made it so that Luffy can fight using the most unconventional ways, and still make effective use of his incredible creativity. It can be said that Luffy is the most creative fighter on the seas in One Piece right now. Fans have already seen him taking his creativity to the very next level in the many fights that he has fought so far. For instance, in the fight against Kaido, Luffy showcased the ability to run in midair while leaving flame drags behind. This should not be possible for a regular human, however, because Luffy can imagine it, it becomes possible. At the same time, Luffy can also do other impossible things, and fans have already seen quite a lot of that in the story. For instance, in the fight against Luchi, Luffy was seen being able to create goggles out of nowhere. This was almost like magic, however, because Luffy could imagine it, he could also make it real. Recently, in the fight against the Five Elders, Luffy managed to pull off something similar once again. He was able to conjure a bat, a can of paint, a brush, and a baseball cap, and use this baseball bat to strike a home run to hit back Saturn's poison. This was an absolutely bizarre ability, and the fact that Luffy was able to manifest something out of nowhere once again is proof of the fact that he can do essentially anything that he can imagine. This makes Luffy the true warrior of liberation and an incredibly powerful fighter. How Luffy can make anything real? Of course, one might want to ask how Luffy can pull something like this off. The ability to turn imagination into reality is not normal, however, for the user of HoHoNoi model, Nika, it is. While this might be confusing on the surface level, the answer to this question is simply realized in the nature of this devil fruit itself. The HoHoNoi model, Nika has a special ability assigned to itself. Just like other mythical Zoan, for Luffy, it is the ability to fight with immense freedom that is only limited by imagination. That means anything that Luffy can imagine becomes real. As long as Luffy can imagine it and believes in what he is thinking, he can make any scenario a possibility. He can affect his surroundings, which comes as a part of the awakening, and that is why Luffy can conjure things out of absolutely nothing. This ability of his makes him utterly unstoppable. Luffy has already showcased his power against the Five Elders, and it is safe to say that he has only scratched the surface with this ability of his. There is much more to come from Luffy, and fans will hopefully see more of it in the upcoming chapters of One Piece. For now, it doesn't appear as if Luffy's creativity and imagination have any limits. Luffy will most likely come up against stronger individuals who will pose bigger problems for him later down the line. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.